Hi, I'm Tom Albrecht from FastLaneDaily, and here we have the 2014 Camaro Z28. 505 horsepower from an LS7 V8 and some of the widest front tires ever put on a street car that's meant for the track. Stripped down, lightweight, let's see what this thing can do. The Z28 answers the question a lot of enthusiasts ask, but rarely get a manufacturer to answer. We want a purpose-built track car out of the factory, no gimmicks or fakery. Will you make it for us? Usually they get a resounding no for a response. Once in a while there's a promise of a car to foot the bill, but then it's too good to be true. On this rare occasion, GM said yes. Yes, we'll make you a track car. Yes, you can park it in your garage. And yes, you can avoid getting pulled over and fined for whatever non-street legal part they can find. The Camaro Z28 lives and thrives for the track. Power for the Camaro Z28 comes from a 7-liter LS7 V8 making 505 horsepower and 481 pound-feet of torque. The engine is mated to a 6-speed manual transmission where 0 to 60 happens in 4.2 seconds with a top speed of around 180 miles per hour. If you're waiting for me to say that there's an automatic option, then stop watching this video right now. If you're still watching, good, because now it's time to talk some details. The Z28 was developed by a brilliant team of engineers and then tested around some of the most popular and world-known racetracks. To build it, they started with a Zeta platform and stripped it of all its unneeded weight. In fact, Chevy was so focused in making this a track car that the interior has been completely reworked. They dropped weight by doing without the navigation, air conditioning, tire inflation kit, HID headlamps and fog lights, interior sound deadener, and trunk carpeting. Both front seats, which are very comfortable and supportive, incorporate manual adjustment, and the rear seats use high-density foam since no one's going to be really sitting back there, unless you're a cruel friend or a spouse. On the bright side, you do get to have the legally required one speaker, which if you're driving to the track alone, allows you to have a conversation with someone. That someone being OnStar. I hear they're really good listeners, especially when you're having car problems. One more important bit of the interior, the steering wheel feels really good to hold onto, especially when you're pushing into the corners. There's no question of grip on that wheel. The engineers added some more aero bits, including a rear spoiler with a gurney flap and front end splitter, all of it making for 150 pounds of downforce at 150 miles per hour. The whipped cream and cherry on top of this package comes from massive carbon ceramic Brembo brakes, a torsion limited slip differential, and DSSV shocks, or dynamic suspension spool valve. These struts are extremely precise and highly engineered to provide a consistent experience for the driver, and definitely adds to the price of the car. Speaking of track time, it's already killing some times, including a 7-minute and 37-second lap of the legendary Nürburgring, faster than the Porsche 911 Carrera S and the Lamborghini Murcielago LP640. Here today at Monticello, we drove the short inner track to get a feel of the car and how it handled. We didn't keep lap times, but it was definitely a car born to be there. Going into turns at full pace created enough positive G's that, to my chagrin, I had to hold my breath to avoid getting dizzy from the force the first couple times around. The Pirelli P0 Trofeo R tires, at temp, are stickier than superglue. A neat little tip the GM folks shared was, obviously, tire temp is the key factor in getting the best performance from the Z28, but put away the temperature gauges because there's a better way. The tires come with a built-in pressure gauge that's digitally displayed on the dash. Start the tires cold at 28 psi and take a bunch of easy laps around to get the pressure up anywhere between 32 and 34 psi. From what I understand, that's the sweetest spot for the tires to grip. Any colder or hotter, they will not forgive any erratic or brave maneuvers and punish you immediately with the slide or spin. With that said, the performance is there. Snap steering, snap throttle response, clutch and gear engagement that is easy to execute with confidence and no second guessing. The biggest issue people have with the Camaro is visibility. Last time I checked, the only reason you should be looking out the rear window is to see how far ahead of the competition you are, or parking it. All this costs a staggering $75,000. And if you really can't live without an AC and a full surround sound system, then you can buy a $1,550 package. The one question that is probably burning on your minds, is it worth it? Well, that depends. If you can afford it and you already have a fun street car in your possession like an M3, an M5, or a Porsche or whatever, then yes. I would say if you're looking to go to the track and have a no or low hassle experience, this is it. On the other hand, if you are sincerely trying to make a name for yourself in racing, you'll probably need a purpose-built race car that is definitely not street legal. Although this is probably the best car to start with. If you're looking for a fun car to drive that will rarely see track time, I would steer you way clear of this and point you to either the Camaro SS1LE or the ZL1 instead. Daily driving a Z28 will definitely pose a challenge, especially in any sort of moisture on the ground. There is no grip on those tires when the ground is wet. If you're looking for a track car and you got $75,000 burning in your pocket, I think I found you the one. This is it, the Camaro Z28. Thanks for watching Fastlane Daily. I'm Tom Albrecht. Until next time.
Ow, we're living in the fast lane, baby. Tuning in the Fastlane Daily. Car magazines and road news, man. Ain't got the time for shopping at the newsstand. We're living in the fast lane, baby. Tuning in the Fastlane Daily. News for the always on the go folks. Merge to the left and pass all the slow pokes. You can view how you choose to, FastLaneDaily.com or YouTube. Hosted by my man Derek D. Subscribe right now, don't just take it from me.